Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity on the River's virtual Sunday service for February 7th, 2021. I am Rev Ogun, Senior Minister, and grateful that you've taken the time, whenever you are, wherever you are, to connect with us by watching this service. Let us begin, as we always do, with a moment of centering prayer. So I invite you, if you are comfortable, to just take a moment to pause into stillness, place a hand on the heart, and simply breathe into your heart space. Take another deep, full breath. And on this third breath, simply imagine, visualize, see that heart space opening, connecting with the deep origin of love that we are. As we hold ourselves and others in this world in that space of love, we do so knowing that through and as us, that transformative power of love is indeed making a difference in this world, through our words, through our actions. And we are those avatars of light that make the divine real, make the divine seen, made the divine heard and felt. We are here to be the manifest expression of God. And we say yes. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen and amen. Thrilled to be here for another great service with this great music team, music director Meg and Christine. We got Brian and Keith. It's going to be a good time. So let's kick this off with Brian and Keith. Let your love flow, shine, both. What is it?
Flow. Let your love flow.
Let your love flow. There you go.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. It must be the season when that love light shines all around us. Let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights. There's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. Let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you know what I mean. It's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know
Yes, Brian, awesome, so awesome. So we know that love's got to flow, but you got to know it by being the one that you're waiting for, right? I am the one I am waiting for. Aho! 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 I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho! I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho! I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one. I am the daughter and the son of the King's queendom. Aho, aho, aho. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one. I am the daughter and the son of the King's queendom. Aho. 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 And I will never walk alone. Whenever I believe I am protected and so strong, in spirit I am free. I am free. Aho, 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 aho. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the King's kingdom. I am the one. I am the daughter and the son of the King's kingdom. Aho. 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 Aho.
Awesome. Thank you. And we are indeed the ones we've been waiting for. And that also applies to our own healing. You know, usually we want to look to gurus and teachers and all other folk to get us to that place. But the truth is it's in us. It's been us all along. We are the ones that we are waiting for when it comes to that liberating healing and forgiveness of ourselves. And even though I just said you don't need to look for gurus or books, here we are with a book from a guru. I know the irony, right? But this radical acceptance that we've been exploring is really just a guidebook for us to do the work. No one else is doing it for us but ourselves. We are in week 5 of this exploration, and just so you know, next week will be the last week that we wrap up this series on radical acceptance. And if you're just jumping in for the first time, head over to our YouTube channel because we got the previous 4 talks, grab the book. And just a reminder that on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. On Zoom, some of us are coming together to do a little bit deeper dive into this work, sharing our stories, opening our hearts, having like some authentic healing moments with each other. So all the information for that is on the webpage, unityontheriver.org/classes. So hope you can join us. So to quick recap, bring up to speed, we've been talking about this radical acceptance and awakening from this trance of unworthiness that we find ourselves in. We all, at some point or the other, find ourselves in this place of feeling like we're not enough, we're not good enough, or we just not enough, period. You might have felt it today already, and it's like, just 10 a.m. if you're watching this Sunday morning. But whenever you're watching it, just reflect back to the time you may have felt that, and it may have felt like believing that maybe we weren't lovable, or that others would reject us for whatever reason, if they found out that we weren't as good as we think they think we are. So whenever we're in that place, we are caught in unworthiness. And the way we step out of that trance of unworthiness is through this process of radical acceptance. And there's really two aspects to it. There's mindfulness and there's compassion. And so far in the series, we've been exploring the mindfulness aspect of it. The idea of pausing, checking in with our body, truly feeling what's going on in the body, because the body really tells us the truth about how we really feel about what's going on. And when we can accept what we feel about what's going on, then we can really take a look at transforming those feelings. Begins with acceptance, begins with realizing that the feelings come from the unhealed, wounded places within us. When we can accept that, we can begin to love those parts, forgive those parts, heal those parts, so that when we find ourselves in situations like this again, we are no longer triggered as easily, or we don't stay triggered as long, and we can truly then step into the next phase of this, which is about compassion. And when we talk about compassion, that's another word that gets thrown around a lot. For the purposes of this book and for this journey, when we talk about compassion, we're really talking about being with, feeling with, even suffering with the other or ourselves. It's this sense of walking beside another as they're going through whatever discomfort, trauma, whatever. That's what compassion means, to be with. And when we are on this journey of true healing and radical acceptance, in order to cultivate compassion, we have to realize that the goal is not to avoid suffering, but bring attention to the suffering that we have. Why? Because there's always going to be pain and suffering in our life. That's not bad news. As we shared before, pain is just pain. We ascribe a negative, or give a negative meaning to pain, and make it something we want to avoid because it hurts and reminds us of loss, and we don't want to feel it. But pain is just pain. And we feel the pain again because they're wounded, unhealed parts of us that get triggered. And when we can bring attention to it and the fear that it generates, and begin to lean into it instead of rushing to avoid it and distract ourselves from it, that's when the true healing begins. That's when radical acceptance begins. And that's when we can begin to truly find compassion for ourselves and then others. So if you are like me sometimes and you are caught in that place of self-judgment, you are your own worst critic. People tell you all the great things about you and how much they love you, and you just not buying it. You not believing it. You come up with a list of, if they only knew, fill in the blank about me, that they wouldn't be saying those things. We get in this self-judgment part. We make our way in the world, and we tell ourselves what we did wrong, and why we aren't doing better to be successful. When we get stuck in this self-judgment, compassion is how we begin to free ourselves from it. Have you ever noticed that we are very quick to offer others words of kindness and understanding when they're in a place of beating up on themselves, and we comfort them and tell them, no, here's how I see you. And we extend that open-hearted love and truly tell them and share with them all the good that they are. But yet some of us find that excruciatingly difficult to do it for ourselves. Why don't we offer ourselves those same words of kindness and understanding that we give to others? Maybe because we don't believe we deserve it ourselves, because we are stuck in that self-judgment. So compassion with ourselves begins by treating ourselves as we treat others. You know that golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you? Well, let's reverse engineer that. Do to ourselves as we would do unto others, the kind way. Extend yourself that same patience and love and seeing the good that you do in others. Sometimes, for whatever reason, we believe that we deserve to be punished for some reason. You know, some of us may have grown up Catholic or in a traditional Christian environment, and that idea is still embedded deep in us, right? That we're not perfect, because nobody's perfect but Jesus. You might have heard that. So we're not perfect, and therefore, just as Jesus suffered, we need to suffer. Now, we may have outgrown that story, but for some of us, that deep belief is still embedded in us. We've got to change the narrative that we deserve that. We deserve the love that we truly are. We deserve to treat ourselves with exactly the same, again, love and kindness and support that we extend to others. Because when we get stuck in that place of I deserve this punishment or whatever it is negative that's happening in our life, it keeps us in a place from responding with clarity and balance. In the book, there are a few passages that really speak to this, and they're scattered throughout the chapters. So I've compiled a few, and I invite you to truly listen with an open heart right now. If it helps to close your eyes, do that, but just listen to these words and see if they resonate. Because we become so addicted to judging and mistrusting ourselves, any sincere gesture of care to the wounded places can bring about transformation. Our suffering becomes a gateway to the compassion that frees our heart. And as our heart transforms from suffering into compassion, we experience being both the holder of our sorrows and the vulnerable one who is being held. When we become the holder of our own sorrows, our old roles as judge, adversary, or victim are no longer being fueled. When we carry our pain with the kindness of acceptance instead of bitterness of resistance, our hearts become an edgeless sea of compassion. I like those last parts especially. As our heart transforms suffering into compassion, we become both the holder of our sorrows and the vulnerable one who is being held. This is for me the best articulation of being immersed in love. We hold our sorrows and we are also being held at the same time. And when we can do that, those roles that we harshly treat ourselves with, judge, jury, enemy, victim, they're no longer being supported and can fade away into that edgeless sea of compassion. When we can be in that place, then we can begin to extend it to others, genuinely extend it to others. We can all do kind acts because they're the quote unquote right thing to do, but can we do it truly from that place of open-heartedness? When our hearts are open, we can then accept others with compassion, and we demonstrate that compassion through kindness. And sometimes the act of kindness triggers us to really look at resentments we might still have. I'll give you a perfect example. And I think I shared this story before. I don't remember. This past year, time has lost meaning. So sometimes I think, oh, I got to tell him this story. It's like, wait, did I tell him this story already? I don't remember. Either way, a couple of months ago, I'm in the Stop and Shop at Amesbury, walk out with my groceries, throw them in the trunk of my little car. I'm getting in my car, and as I'm about to start my car up, I noticed the car next to me, the guy's trying to turn the engine over, and it's just not catching. It's like, just not starting. So I'm like, oh, this dude needs a jump. I think I can do that. I don't have jumper cables. Maybe he does. So I get out of my car to ask him, do you have jumper cables? Do you need a jump? So I get out of my car, and as I look over and I'm about to ask him, he doesn't see me yet. As I'm about to ask him, it's him. There's a woman sitting next to him. I assume it's his wife, girlfriend. I don't know. But I notice sitting in the backseat of his car is a MAGA hat. The red hats, Make America Great Again. And as soon as I see it, I make about 4,000 assumptions about who he is, who she is, what they believe. And very quickly, those assumptions turned into me making them the enemy. Because if they support that movement, that means they're racist. Like, I just went there, and I went there fast. Like, it even surprised me how fast I went there. And I stood there, and they hadn't noticed me yet. And I said to myself, I could just get back in my car and just back away, and no one will know otherwise. And then in that moment, it was like the voice of my heart said, is that kindness? It was a question. It was an open-ended question. Is this kindness? Would I have been any more resistant to offer them kindness if I didn't see the hat and the judgments that I made about this? And I stood there, and then my response was, oh, damn, I gotta help these folks. There was almost a reluctant leaning into the kindness, but I did. I said, hey, you guys need a jump. Do you have cables? He's like, yes, thanks. What's your name? I told him my name. He told me his name. And as we were attaching the cables and we were talking about I don't remember what, we were having just a moment discussing life. We attached the cables. He fired up his car. He's like, thank you so much. I don't know how long we would have been stuck here. I really appreciate your help. Thank you. And off we went. And I felt good to be in that place of extended kindness and compassion. And then I also remembered the feeling of resentment that I felt when I saw the hat, and the judgments that I felt towards that person that I didn't know, who in the moment of me extending kindness was the most pleasant, civil, loving person in great gratitude. It invited me to look at where I was with my feelings, my assumptions, my judgments. It was a moment of compassion and kindness that turned itself back on me. And then I had to, in that moment, step back from judging myself harshly for judging them and extend the compassion towards myself. And to be clear, extending compassion and kindness doesn't mean we agree with a person's philosophy or where a person stands in life. But what it means is that we realize that we are one, that we are connected, that we are all here in an effort to love, to be loved, to be at peace. What connects us is greater than what divides us. And it's not easy, but it's not impossible. If we are to be the light of the world, if we are to be the change we wish to see, then we got to be it, not just say it, not just believe it. We have to be it. And that means extending the compassion to ourselves and to others. There's a powerful prayer in the Buddhist tradition called love and kindness prayer. And this prayer, meditation almost, is designed to focus benevolent and loving energy towards ourselves and to others. Imagine feeling and being held in a perfect space of love for yourself, thanking yourself for all that you are, and knowing that just as you are, you're perfect. We're going to go into meditation now, and I'll lead us in that love and kindness meditation as I do this, focus on this feeling of inner peace, and imagine that you're breathing in love and breathing out tension and resentment and anger, and knowing that we can still make grounded, conscious choices to create a world that works for all and address injustices in the world, but not from a place of resentment and anger and othering, but from a place of love and light. This is the power of compassion. This is the power of compassion and mindfulness combining to create this energy of radical acceptance for how we are and how we feel in this world, so that then we can transform ourselves and then transform the world. So I invite you now to, however you are comfortable, sitting down, lying down, prepare yourselves for a time of meditation as Meg Christine sing us in.
I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, and I know. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. I surrender and I let go, I release,
So let us continue to connect to the breath. Let us breathe with the whole body. With each breath, allowing ourselves to find a deeper place of stillness. Allow your thoughts to center on your breath. The inflow, the outflow, the moments of stillness in between. Just breathe. Gently turn your attention now to a place of hurt or grief or shame or fear that you might be feeling. Allow your breath to deepen your attention to this place of suffering. By breathing in and directly touching the feelings of vulnerability, breathing out and sensing the space of awareness that holds your experience. Invite the painful feelings to express their fullness. Allow them to swell and intensify through your body and mind. Breathe and feel. Now begin to offer words of care to the place within you that feels most vulnerable. You might silently say, "May I be free from suffering." Or, "May I be free from fear." Or, "May I be safe and at peace." And as you continue to offer yourself these caring prayers, place a hand on your heart and let in the tenderness of your touch express the compassion that you seek to feel. Notice how your heart feels as you offer care to your suffering. Do you feel sincere, open, or tender? Do you feel blocked or numb? If you feel distant and disconnected without any judgment, simply affirm your intention to be present and kind. and continue offering yourself these gestures of care. If your intention to be compassionate is genuine, with time, your heart will naturally soften and open. May I feel safe and secure. May I be free from fear. May I be free from suffering. Whatever you are feeling right now, just hold it with the same presence and tenderness you would offer a beloved child. And now begin to envision another, perhaps a loved one, perhaps one for whom you feel separation or resentment. And simply extend these same offerings of care. May you be safe and at peace. May you be free from fear. May you be free from suffering. Let us breathe and hold ourselves and others in this place of compassion for a few moments in the silence. May we all be free from fear. May we all be free from suffering. May we all feel safe and at peace. Let us continue to love ourselves and hold ourselves as gently as a butterfly. Let us invite love and kindness to ourselves, to the world. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen and amen. And knowing that when we do this, we live from compassion and we live in kindness. Indeed, we will do amazing things. So I invite Meg and Christine to anchor us in that truth. Amazing things.
Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go, and the people you will know. No worry when or where or how. You don't need to know just how. You're on the right track. No need to go look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings, and you will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out, just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes the deepest answers come when you're out there all having fun. Close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. One more time. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you, Christine. Amazing. Few announcements before we bring our service to a close today. It's not too late to join us for Wednesday night deeper dive into radical acceptance. We do some discussions, some guided meditations. It's also not too late to join us for the CAST book study that we do on Tuesday nights. All that information is on our classes page on our website. Please join Martha Creek and other folks in the congregation for the Zoom dialogues that have been happening. They've been truly an opportunity of sharing and clearing of energy. The next one is going to be this Thursday, the 11th at 10 a.m. And this full schedule is on our webpage. If you go to our webpage, right on the front page, there's a link that says click here for more information about the dialogue. So February 11th, it's Thursday, 10 a.m. And then the next one is going to be next Sunday, the 14th at 6 p.m. Please join us for those. Thank you to all those who've expressed interest in joining the board. We still would love more of you to check in with us. Let us know, express your interest as well as we go through this process. There's going to be 3 opening seats coming up pretty soon. And we want to make sure that we have that leadership body in place. So if you're still interested in serving on the board, serving this community in a higher way, please email the board, board15, unityontheriver.org. Also, I think I shared this last week, but letters for your 2020 donations. If you donated $250 or more and you want to submit that as part of your tax filings, because we are a nonprofit, the letters for last year should have gone out. You should have received them by now. If you've donated $250 or more and haven't gotten a letter, please call the office, let us know. If you've donated less than $250 and you still want a letter, please call the office, let us know. I want to do a quick shout out to Stan, our operations director, and some volunteers, I believe Barbara and Judy, who really came in to help us get those letters out. Appreciate you guys. And we're also still looking for a new communications director to handle like our website and social media. Really hoping to find someone, kind of in our community who's familiar with our community and already sort of has that voice of Unity on the River. So please let me know if you're interested in that. As always, if you're watching this on Sunday morning and it's not 11 o'clock yet, please join us for Zoom hospitality, where you can connect face-to-face on Zoom with other members of the community as we share how our week has been and check in with each other. It's truly a fun time. All the information's on our website. And if you want reminders about everything that's happening, sign up for a newsletter, sign up for text alerts, text UOTR to 313131, and set those up as well. As always, big thank you for sharing and investing in our spiritual community so we can continue to provide these services and the classes and everything that we do. Again, unityontheriver.org/donate, or mail us a check, 14 Cedar Street, Suite 203 in Amesbury. Also, you can set up text to give on your phone. Text the word give to 833-702-4337 if you've not done it yet. 5 minutes setup process, and then as simple as texting the amount that you want to donate. We're always very grateful for those of you who invest in your community. We love you. We appreciate it. And now let us, and as we always do, energetically holding hands, connecting hearts across space and time. Let there be peace on earth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. take. Let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me.
Let us share our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us.
We are the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
We are the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
We are the power of God.
And the presence of God watches over us.
We are the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is.
God is.
All is
And
well.
all is well.
We
And
We are richly blessed.
Yes, yay!
Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.